Today, we're not going to be opening up this Evolving Sky booster box. Instead, we're going to be opening up 36 of these sleeve blister packs of Evolving Skies. Now, you're wondering why are we doing this? Today's going to be a comparison video to see if 36 of these sleeve blister packs are going to do a better job than one of these booster boxes that have also 36 packs. Let's go ahead and open up all 36 packs. We're going to remove the sleeves off the booster packs first, as well as cut up the tops to save some time. Now that we have opened all 36 packs, we'll go ahead and start with our first pack, which is the Sylveon art on the front. Here is the code card. Cards that we still have to pull is pretty much all of the VMAX alt arts, all the other alt arts, especially the evolutions, except for Glaceon. Glaceon I've already pulled 2 cards. Treasure Energy is the first card, Feebas, Hoppip, Hitmonchan, Fletchling, Tentacool, Dream Ball is reverse, and a Regieleki holographic card. We're looking for 6 to 8 ultra rares, since that is typically how much is in a booster box. For each of these packs, I did mention that there were $3.99 a pack. You get them from the Pokemon Center online. And if you do the math, 36 times 4, I believe, is $144, which is still cheaper than a booster box. The booster box consists of 36 packs, so that's why we're doing this video. Aroma Lady, Rescue Carrier, Scraggy, Feebas, Hitmonchan. Now, in terms of the new sets, that comes out, what, 27th, Astral Radiance, Shelgon, and then Altair non-holographic. I will get the set. I probably won't get a lot. I did hear that it was going to be a really short print, especially since they're really focusing on the Pokemon Go sets. That being said, the set doesn't come out for a little bit longer. It's, I think, 3 weeks before the set even comes out. People already have access to it, so it's kind of a bummer, because now that I've seen everyone else open it, I feel like I've already seen everything. But I wish they would wait maybe only like a week before they release, that they can give it to people for early access, so they can really hype it up. Because right now I'm not as hyped anymore, because I had to wait 3 more weeks, or now what, 2 weeks before the set comes out, and a non-holographic Milotic. So it's kind of a bummer, in my opinion. But the card I would really want to pull from that would definitely be the Machamp V, as well as the Beedrill. I really like the Beedrill card. The Beedrill card looks really cool. In terms of the other alt arts, not really. Character cards, nothing really that great in that set as well. Probably saving it all for the next one after that. Psychic Energy is the first card. Floet, Boost Shake, Shogun, Pikachu, that's a good common. Pumpkin Boo, Rufflet, Lotad, Amoga, reverse is a Crustle, and a Smeargle. So we are technically still 0 for 6 if we're thinking in terms of ultra rares, and we've gone through a couple packs already. Maybe they're all mixed towards the bottom, hopefully. And I've been hearing a lot of people saying that ultra modern cards are not really investable, or in terms of the booster boxes, and people telling people that not to invest in ultra modern. You got to understand, they're thinking it's going to be not worth that much in 2 years, not a good investment. No investment pretty much yields anything within 2 years. The investment usually 5 to 10 years minimum. That being said, 5-10 years, do I see what, Battle Styles, which is the worst set right now, another non-holographic, do I see it increasing in price? Definitely. Once it goes out of print, cards always go up in price. I don't see it going up a large amount, but it's still a better set than, what is it, Rebel Clash, which literally have like no good cards in it. It still has the Tyranitar V alt art, as well as the Empoleon is not that popular, I know, but they do have some good cards in there. So I do expect it to at least double. So there is no bad set. All the modern sets have really good ultra rare, the alt arts especially. That being said, how hard it is to pull those ultra rares, I've not pulled that many alt arts. As you can tell, wow, another non-holographic. Starting to seem like the sleeve blisters are actually worse than a booster box. Now, booster boxes, no matter how bad it is, I've never gotten worse than 6 ultra rares. The worst box I think I've ever had was no secret rares, no alt arts, but 2 V maxes, and the rest of them were Vs. So we'll see if this is actually worse than that. We have a Pyroar. I'm gonna see that long name. Ursaring, Cutiefly, Hitmonchan, Lotad, got Sableye, Teddiursa, Marshadow, Shiftry. Oh, Marshadow was the reverse. So in terms of what we should be investing, well, everyone's having their own opinions, and I imagine pretty much everything goes up in value. That being said, there are some Venusaur and Blastoise like half battle decks. I don't see that going up in huge amount of value. The ultra premium boxes most likely will go up the most because they are limited, especially items that are in them, especially the metal cards for the celebrations, because they're hard to print. Pokemon Company are not really equipped to do that. In terms of other things that are hard, figures or figurines inside the special ultra premium collection boxes. So I can see the short printed and definitely demand a higher value. So that is holographic. Okay, Zoroark holographic, still no ultra rare, but in terms of set wise, Evolving Sky is definitely gonna be the one that's gonna do the best. Brilliant Stars would probably be second. I personally don't really care for Brilliant Stars as much as other sets. I would say I actually like Fusion Strike more, and Fusion Strike is really underrated in my opinion, since Fusion Strike, well, it's kind of biased. I really like Gengar, so it definitely has my chase card in there, and yet to pull that card still, Elemental Badge. But the cards in that one are really cool. In terms of the character arts, I know character arts aren't that hard to pull, so they're not really that sought after, but Brilliant Stars does have the Sylveon, and does have the Charizard. Charizard is another holographic. Charizard is definitely a card you want within a set if you wanted to go up in value. I mean, what is it? Darkness Ablaze only really has that Charizard, and that card has been graded to oblivion, but since it has a Charizard, that set will retain value. I'm trying to invest in sets that have multiple cards in there that are worth a good amount, or our favorite character cards for a lot of people, especially the more popular ones like Pikachu, all the evolutions, Charizard, Blastoise. Those are the cards you want to be looking for when you invest in a set. If a set only has one good card in it, typically it won't do as well, at least in my opinion. This is all in my opinion, so you can't really say one way or another. But Evolving Sky is definitely the one I invested heavily on, especially since there's so many good cards. That's a nice reverse Pikachu. Another non-holographic. Because of all the alt arts for the evolutions, it got a Dragonite, Rayquazas, it just has everything. If they were to throw in the Sylveon VMAX and the Gengar into the set would be just way too powerful. But Evolving Skies, I would rank it Evolving Skies, then next would be Brilliant Stars. Chilling Rain's got a lot of good cards in it. I'll do Chilling Rain and Fusion Strike about the same. Astral Barrage would be followed afterwards in my opinion, and then Battle Styles as in terms of the current Sword and Shield era. Alright, Thievos reverse, and wow, Drampa non-holographic. So not looking so good. We've yet to pull a single alt art. Now alt art ultra rare. So at this point I'm looking for any ultra rare. Well, that was a mistake. But at least we know this is going to be holographic at the very least. Okay, sets I'm looking forward to with the English version of the Dark Phantasma. I believe that's what it's called, the new set. I will be getting a shipment of that coming in really soon, and that'll be the next video that we do. The character art, I did say the character cards I don't really care for, but it depends on which character cards. There's going to be a really cool Pikachu character card that I'm really looking forward to, as well as a very cool Gengar card. Well, I mean, not bad. We'll see if all our luck is stuck on this one right here. It's going to be a secret rare Metal Energy. I've not pulled this one yet, so definitely I can add this to my collection. So definitely a great pull. Better than any of the regular V cards. I'll just put this right center because it's so shiny. So I got really into Pokemon because of how shiny the cards are. If you realize my background is the Legendary Collections reverse. I do reverse because of the fireworks pattern. I remember when I first bought this, it was really cheap. I forgot how many years ago, like 5-6 years ago, maybe earlier than that. They were really cheap. Nobody wanted it because it looked kind of fake, because no other set had this kind of style. And then just a couple years, what was it, like a year ago, 2 years ago, it really went up. I was happy to get this whole set of sequential graded 110 cards. I paid $4,500 for it, which definitely was a steal. And then not holographic. Just having that Charizard alone, I believe it's like 2 to 3K right now. So definitely a great investment. From the same guy, I was able to pick up some of the graded cards, especially the PSA 9 Secret Rare Charizards. I picked that up for, I think like $100 or something. It was really cheap. This was a couple years right before the hype set in. Now you can't even get anything for that cheap, especially more vintage ones. I did miss out on some of the ones that he had for sale just because I didn't have enough money at the time. He had complete sets of all the EX era, just the ultra rares were PSA 9 and 10s, and they were going for like $500 for a complete like set for each of them. I missed out on that. Entei holographic. I also missed out on a complete PSA 10 crystal sets, all the crystal ones, Charizard, Kabutops, Ho-Oh. Complete set at that time was selling for $8,000. $8,000 is a lot. It might not seem like a lot compared to how much it's worth now, but $8,000 is not that easy to, pull out of your bank account. I was happy enough to just get what I have now, and just collect what you like. And at the end, the best thing you can do in terms of investing, which this is all my opinion, which is also many other people's opinions as well. Collect what you like. I have so many people that just collect what they like and they're happy with it. Doesn't matter what the value is, doesn't matter what it is. Umbreon V, this is a really great V card. One of the best V cards you can pull. I'm very happy about this V. I actually need the Gyarados V for this one. There's a billion cards in this set. Pokemon needs to not make these sets so large. It's to the point where it's ridiculous. If you wanted to do a master set, it just costs way too much money. Definitely you don't have to go back to, when it was 64 like cards per set, which was what? Jungle or something had that much. 62 was Fossil. But I remember back when, even during the XY, maybe early in Black and White, might have been Black and White, when there was only 1 or 2 chase cards or secret rares in the set, but you just had to open it up like maximum a case of cards to get all the cards you really need. And then you might be missing 1 or 2, and then you just get them all from, just buy singles. Okay, a lot of holographic cards. Not a bad thing, by which each of these were a ultra rare. But yes, I do think that if Pokemon wanted to improve upon that, or even create collector sets that aren't really viable for the actual game, even though this is called Pokemon Trading Card Game, which, you play the card game. Especially sets where the cards aren't viable for play in the actual game. There's so many Pokemon out there, yet they always focus on the same couple of Pokemon. I mean, Charizard's been like at least half the sets. What cards aren't see that often? Well, Kadabra for a reason, because Kadabra of the incident before, now that you can actually print Kadabra cards. But in terms of like Primeape, I haven't seen a Primeape card in a long time. Tentacool, Pumpkaboo, Bagon, Nuzleaf, and then we got a non-holographic Lilligant. So there are a lot of things that Pokemon can improve upon. Definitely print quality is one of them as well. Japanese cards are just so much better in terms of quality. I do like opening Japanese cards, but in the end, I like regular English because I can actually read in English. Also, I feel like the value is there more for the English cards. All right, I would like to have, the Rayquaza V alt art. I think she's in that one. So I would like that card. Actually, that's probably the V that I really want for the alt arts, the Rayquaza. I know there's like the Umbreon. I really like Umbreon. Just that artwork is so good. All right, another non-holographic. It seems like either we get non-holographic cards or we just get holographic cards. So far we're 2 for 6 because the minimum is 6. Usually a booster box like 6 to 8. We have 2, so we need another 4 more to break even. But so far not too bad. We did at least get a card that is a secret rare. Sometimes you get booster boxes where you get nothing. If you haven't checked out my other videos, you can see what I mean. All right, Hitmonchan, Lotad, Sableye, Teddiursa, Slackoth. Okay, this is very interesting. 2 secret rares, and I have this card already. The Toy Catcher. Let me focus that a little bit. There's so many secret rares. I wish I got a different secret rare, but this is really good. It's very hard to get 2 secret rares in a booster box. I don't even know it's really possible nowadays because I feel like the amount of ultra rares that you can actually pull are a lot harder, or the odds are a lot harder to pull, especially towards the end of the print run. I know at the beginning of the print runs, people talk about how it's just stacked, and I know definitely other YouTube channels mention that. TCG Funhouse, I think, mentions that as well. I watch all the channels just to see what they talk about in terms of market. I do like watching other people, mention what sets they are collecting, because at the end of the day, this is a hobby that I enjoy. Okay, non-holographic again, but we all got into the hobby for one reason or another. I know the last couple of years people got into the hobby because of how much money they can make. For me, people always said I was crazy a couple of years ago, like, why do you even collect Pokemon? I told them, it's none of your business, but no, I never said that. But I collected Pokemon because I grew up with Pokemon, and I feel like during the last couple of years, the scalping era, that really hurt Pokemon. And I think Pokemon Company realized that, especially because at the end of the day, this is meant for kids, and then all of us that enjoy it is because we liked it when we were kids. So if you don't actually let the kids play the game, get the cards, then the next generation, when they get older, no one's going to want these cards. So for them to get the cards is definitely better for the overall hobby and the health of the hobby as well. And a Leafeon V. So that is already 4. That's not bad at all. Now, we did try another run before this one, and it just didn't turn out right. But that was so bad. The 36 sleeves packs that we opened was so bad. We ended up with 2 VMAXs and like 2 Vs, and that was it. That was it. And I just couldn't believe. I'm like, sleeve booster packs have their good and their bads compared to booster boxes. Booster boxes have some kind of a norm, like I mentioned earlier. In terms of sleeve ones, you never know what you're going to get. You can get 3 secret rares, you can get 3 alt arts. You never know what you're going to get because it's all jumbled. When I got this from the Pokemon Center online, when they shipped it to me, that box in there was just a mess. It wasn't like they came straight from like 72 or 144 in a case that is sent it over. It just looked like they pulled it from a whole bunch of different areas and then mixed it in. Milotic non-holographic. That's like the 4th Milotic I've pulled. So definitely, if you have a lot of luck, sleeve blister packs is probably where it's at. In terms of if you go to your LGSs and they have booster boxes and they have packs in there, if you're unlucky, someone already got the secret rare or the best card from that, and everything else in there is trash. So no matter how many packs you buy, if you buy 10 of them, it doesn't matter. So that has its benefits for the sleeve blisters, because when you buy it, it's not guaranteed of how many. At least I don't know if it's guaranteed how many are going to be, like every 15 packs or every 36 packs you'll get something. So that's why we're doing this right now. Well, another holographic card. What a surprise. At the end of the video, let's see how many holographic cards we ended up pulling. As of right now, we're still short 2. We are getting, down there. Maybe 10 packs left to go. How crazy would it be to get another secret rare? It would be kind of, well, I guess it would be my best booster box, unquote, not really a booster box I've ever opened. But in terms of value-wise, these two, maybe the Metal Energy. Metal Energy probably is worth a little bit more, but the toy catcher is worth like $5, I think. Definitely all the alt arts are worth a lot more. So in terms of value right now, we're maybe looking at $30, maybe not even. Tropia is non-holographic. And another reason I invested so heavily in Evolving Skies is later on when you're trying to, there's some people that decide they want to open the box and try to pull the chase card because it's worth so much money. The booster box is pretty much always going to cost more than what you pull. Even if you pull the chase card, it still wouldn't matter unless you got a PSA 10 and it's like the Charizard card or something. So it's not really worth it. Well, that's really dinged up right there. So Evolving Skies, at least right now, there are like 5 cards over $100, which is really impressive. The alt art VMAX for Umbreon's like $300 to $400. Rayquaza is around $200, I believe, right now. So definitely, if you wanted to test your luck, you can make more than how much the box actually costs. No other set right now really does that for you. Even in Chilling Reign, I think Chilling Reign for a booster box right now is like low 90s, high 80s. And the card, I think, which one is the Snorlax secret rare? That one and the Moltres. The Moltres is probably dipped down. I remember it was like $120, but probably those two are the only cards that would help you break even for a booster box. At that point, might as well just go and buy those singles themselves because you're guaranteed them. Later on, once these become harder and harder to get, I'm not going to open them up just because I'd rather go buy the singles because it's, I wouldn't say, well, definitely cheaper, but it just makes more sense. There's no point of wasting money when you can just go ahead and, another grandpa, when you can just go buy the cards themselves. And then when you go buy them, especially if you buy them in store or your local LGS, you can check on the conditions, because just because you pull strings in pack, it could be really off-centered, have weird, I don't know, cut corners, damage, scratches on the hollows. It's not guaranteed to be packed fresh, even though it is packed fresh. I've seen graded Evolving Skies alternate arts that are coming up PSA 6 because they either found a ding or something. So it's not necessarily the best to try to go ahead and spend a whole bunch of money to pull these. I'm only doing these right now because their set is still relatively new and it's just a lot of fun to open. And I will definitely pull one of the VMAX alt arts. I don't care, except for Duralagon, whatever that skyscraper Pokemon is. That's the only one I really don't want to pull for it. I think it's like 20 bucks or something, but you know, it's still a good card. I mean, I still need the card, but just so many good cards in here. I just can't believe how many repeats there are for this set. I pulled every card so far here except for that secret Metal Energy. Everything else, it's always the same. A Jolteon, a Flareon, a Rayquaza. I've yet to pull a single Gyarados. It's just Trevenant. I haven't pulled the VMAX of that one. That's very interesting. So there's just so many cards still. Wishy-Washy is the non-holographic. Winding down to our last, what, 8 packs? Or so short too. I think though, if we can get one more ultra rare, this is probably not a bad opening in terms of 2 secret rares. I do like, even though the toy cats are cheap, you know what, since it's so cheap, I might go out there and buy a whole bunch of them. Just because I really like the gold shiny color. I know for some people that, you know, it's one thing or another, they chase after certain cards. I really like certain cards that are just extra shiny. All right, so Garbodor strikes again. I got a Garbodor V full art. You know, at least it isn't the V, the regular one. I actually do need this card, so yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. So, like I said, it's not too bad. The one thing I haven't seen yet is a VMAX. Not like they demand a high price. Only one would be the Umbreon VMAX, not the alt art, but even the regular one, I think it's like 15 bucks. But at this point, I guess, alongside being able to complete a master set, I mean, I've opened so many packs. At least for the reverse, I should be pretty close to having all of them. I might as well just buy the singles. Now, in terms of alt arts, I have like 4 of them out of like, I don't know, like 10, more than 10. I don't know how many there actually. Another holographic card. I have the Leafeon, which I ended up purchasing for cheap. And it wasn't cheap, it was like 40 bucks. We have 2 Glaceon Vs for the alt arts, not the VMAX, just the Vs. Like I said, I haven't pulled any of the VMAXs. Pulled one from a booster box, pulled one from a ETB. There's a code card. What else? Oh yeah, Medicham. If you haven't seen that video, I pulled a Medicham. And there was one more that, I forgot which one, what the other one was, but definitely none of the ones that I really want. There's Umbreon, Espeon, Sylveon, the VMAXs. So yeah, all right. Oh, like I said, I haven't pulled a VMAX, and it wouldn't be an opening without pulling a VMAX, especially the Jolteon VMAX. Seem to always pull the Jolteon and the Flareon VMAX. It's just an abundant amount of these. So we have hit our mark, and since there have been 2 ultra rares, if we can somehow get an alt art in this, it would be the best opening. Can you imagine how crazy it would be if I was able to pull that Umbreon VMAX alt art and the Rayquaza? You know, one can dream, but if you were to pull those, you know, I don't know. If I pull that, I'm gonna rip up that Garbodor right there. That's just how crazy it would be. I'll even do that to the toy catcher. I don't know, maybe not the toy catcher. Even though I like the card. all secret rares are good in my opinion. See, look at this, another Leafeon V. What is with pulling duplicates? There's like 6 Leafeon V there is. I've yet to get the Gyarados. I've yet to see any Gyaradoses, and this just surprises me how I've not pulled a Gyarados. All right, as we drop down to our last 4 packs, I mean, at this point, I would say it's a success in terms of how much it comes out to be. There's the code card. Oops, the card's right here. So $144 for 36 sleeve packs. You can still pick them up at the Pokemon Center online. They're still available. I did pick up the sleeve 3 packs as well. I forgot what they're called, but those are sold out as of now. Still waiting for reprints of Evolving Sky. And in terms of how much a booster box right now for Evolving Skies, I believe it's like 160 something. I don't know. It's constantly fluctuating because people keep, speculating when there's gonna be a reprint. So there we go. There's the Vaporeon VMAX. So if it's not Jolteon, Flareon, or Vaporeon, I just can't pull anything else. But wow. The amount of ultra rares in this pack at the beginning was just horrible, but the amount of ultra rares we pulled from this pack and the quality of them is not bad. So I would say this is probably the best booster box I've opened for Evolving Skies. I know that's saying a lot since I've pulled was it a Glaceon V Alt Art, but in terms of actual amounts of ultra rares, this is definitely one of the best pulls. All right, another one? Nope, another Flapple. The amount of Flapples and Apple Turns, or whatever you want to call them, that I pull for the non-holographic rares and the Drampas is just ridiculous. You think we get like a lot more of the other ones that are not that. But of course, maybe all the boxes I got at the same time just were printed, to have the same things. Who knows? It seems like alt arts are a lot harder to pull. I thought there were like 1 or 2 of them for a case. I've definitely opened a case and I've only pulled one. I guess I pulled 2 because Medicham is considered one. But yeah. Golurk is another one that hope no one, unless you really like Golurk, I hope you don't pull that card because there's so many better alt arts. As we open our last pack, let's just say cross our fingers. Hopefully we get something cool for our last pack. If we don't, I'm already really happy for this opening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this opening. Let's finish strong. Any ultra will do for this pack. So Ursaring, Crustle, Psyduck, laying on the beach. That's what I would like to do right now. Whoever said raising a child's easy, I've never heard of that from anybody, but they say it is, they're lying to you. And there we go. Like I said, Drampa. Another non-holographic Drampa. So we did the comparison. We did 36 sleeve blister packs. We opened them up. Let's go over what we ended up pulling. Let me get these real quick. That's not what I wanted to do. And then we'll see what our grand total is. Not in terms of price, but amount of hits. And like I said, holographics still considered as hits since they're not green cards and they're not non-holographic rares. Let's go over these real quick. Jolteon VMAX, Leafeon V, Secret Rare, the Metal Energy, Toy Catcher Secret Rare, Vaporeon VMAX, another Leafeon V, Umbreon V, Garbodor Full Art V. We have an Entei, we got a Moltres, we got an Eldegoss, a Regieleki, a Zygarde, a Zoroark, and another Eldegoss. In terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 regular rares. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 15. So 15 for 36. Well, it's like 40% hit. 40 to 50. Yeah, like 40%. 50% would be 18. So not too bad. Definitely worth it for this one. But unless you're really lucky and you get the heart of the cards, this is not for everyone because, like I said, if you get 36, it's possible to get 36 what do you call it, non-holographic cards in those packs. So it's definitely not something you want to consider if you want to blow a whole bunch of money on it. Booster boxes are still definitely the safe bet. At least for the booster box, you'll get 6 to 8s. I want to say you're like 80% of the time you'll get a secret rare or alt art, and just pray you don't get like a Gordy or something where it's worth like $5. But in terms of these ones, I'd say booster box is still the way to go. Probably won't open up 36 sleeve blister packs again just because of how this worked out. But I enjoyed opening this. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.